Hi, it's me, Heather, and we're going to start for the next 8 weeks doing our continuing education class online. So every Friday you'll see a different topic. These classes are usually something that you can come to, but because it's what I consider the holiday season already, after trick-or-treat, after Halloween, I feel like it gets kind of crazy. So we're going to be having these classes every Friday. Today we're having the first of our continuing education classes, number 1. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to bring the slides up. We're going to share here the screen. And hopefully you'll learn some stuff. This way, if you can't make it to a face-to-face class, you can still learn from the privacy of your home or wherever you're watching this video. I do plan on having some fun classes in the next couple months, November, December, some make and takes where we can make some Christmas presents, some stuff that we can make for ourselves, an aroma touch massage class. So stay tuned for that. And in fact, tomorrow, Saturday. So tomorrow at the community center in Lawrenceburg at 10:30, we're going to actually be having 2 of these continuing education classes together: Healthy Body and Spa and the Body Systems class. So if you want to see them face-to-face, we'll be there tomorrow. We're also going to make a scrub tomorrow as a make and take item, but they'll all be online here too. So, and if you've got a friend that doesn't have Facebook, I'm going to upload these to my YouTube page, which is Zen Zone Online Wellness. So you can check that out too. So we'll get started with the class today. And this is class 1 of 8, as I said. There we go. Here's the 8 classes that we're going to talk about. So today we're going to talk about essential oil foundations. Next week we'll talk about the daily vitality, weight controls, week 3, emotional health and mood management is 4, healthy body and spa is 5, body systems is 6, introduction to aroma touch technique is number 7, and then class 8 is essential science. So you'll be learning a whole bunch of stuff in these classes, and the point is to educate you about your essential oils, about the other products that doTERRA has. So when you are a member of doTERRA, you don't just get your kit and then you're like, what do I do now? And it sits on your dresser for a month. So we want to keep educating you, and this is one of the ways we can do that. And like I said, we chose to do this. I chose to do this time online so you can watch from your house. So if you can't make it to class, that's fine. You can make it to one of the face-to-face classes. That's great. One of the fun make and take classes, it'll be good. So we'll look at essential oil foundations. How do you know how to use your essential oils? So when you get essential oils, they're going to be labeled for the type of use, and there's going to be a quick reference chart, and there's going to be, you want to understand that skin sensitivity is a primary safety issue. So hopefully if you have oils, or even if you don't have oils yet, you have a book like this. This is the one that we sell all the time. It's the Essential Life book. This book is a very good reference book. If you don't have this book, I would get something. Modern Essentials is another good one. You can find some good resources on the internet. There is in this book a quick reference chart. And if you have this particular book, it's in the red section here. See how those little tabs are red? And this is going to give you a quick reference. So you're going to say, you're going to look up your ailment. I have a bruise. And it's going to say the top 5 oils for bruises are white fir, Roman chamomile, geranium, Helichrysum, and soothing blend, which is the deep blue. So it's going to be a quick reference chart so you know which oils to use. Also in this book, you go further into the book, and it's in the little teal tabby. There's going to be sections on each of the different oils. So this one in particular I've got pulled up as rose, and it's going to tell you if you can use it neat, which means you can directly put it on your skin, and you can use rose neat. It'll tell you if you need to dilute the oil. And also, I've got my helper Xander here today. Also, doing a class. When you look up here in the quick reference chart, there are going to be pictures, and it's going to have a little green circle with a hand, which means you can put it on topically. That's the way they suggest to use oil. A little darker green, like a teal circle with a glass of water, which means you can do it internally. Teaching the class. And then have a little red circle with a nose, which means the best way to use that oil is aromatically. So it's going to tell you the best way for that symptom, for that issue, the best way to use oils, whether it's aromatically, topically, or internally. And remember that skin sensitivity is a primary safety issue. So if you don't know how you're going to react to the oils, always dilute with a carrier oil. We'll talk more about that in a minute. You also want to make sure you keep these lovely things out of your eyes, out of your ears, and out of your nose. Still teaching the class. So if you happen to get these oils, let's say on your hands, because even if you don't open it up and use it, when you do, they'll get oils on the outside of this bottle. Okay, go wipe your eyes. You're going to get that oil in your eyes. It's going to sting. So we're going to talk about using a carrier oil to dilute that and neutralize that sting more than water. Okay, Mommy. Obviously, you don't want to, if you got it like an ear infection, you don't want to put the oil in your ear. You do not want to do that. You can put it around the ear. If you got some sinus issues, you can put the oil around your sinuses, that kind of thing. So you don't want to put it in any orifices like your eyes, your ears, your nose. And we talked about before, you can use the oils. Hey, Mommy, what's cooking here doing? Okay, why don't you ask your dad? You can use the oils aromatically, topically, or internally. So when you look at your reference book again, there's going to be an A, as you can see on the book there, for aromatically, a T for topically, an I for internally. There's also going to be some skin sensitivity issues when you look at your references. So N, again, means you can put the oil directly on your skin. Neat is what they call it. So you don't necessarily need to dilute it, but you could always do that if you have sensitive skin. S would mean dilute for sensitive skin. You always want to dilute for children and babies. And D means you want to dilute. That's going to be for like a hot oil, okay? You want to dilute your hot oils. Oregano, cinnamon, thyme, cassia, ginger, and oregano, cinnamon, thyme, cassia, ginger, and the other hot one will come to me. But you always want to dilute the hot oils, and hot oils means that when you put them on your skin, they are going to burn. They're going to feel hot. They're going to make your skin turn red. Clove. Clove is the other one. So here's some examples of dilution ratios. Interestingly enough, cassia is going to be, according to this chart, the hottest oil. So you want to do 9 drops of carrier oil to 1 drop of cassia, 3 drops of carrier oil to 1 drop of thyme, 4 to 1 for clove, 4 to 1 for cinnamon, 7 to 1 for oregano. So you always want to dilute your oils. This is, of course, if you're like putting the oil, you can actually drop the carrier oil on your hand and then let's say 7 drops of the coconut and then the oregano and rub it in. I personally just like to put the oil on me. I usually put oregano on my feet when there's an infection or an illness. So I put the carrier oil on my feet and then put the oregano on. If you're not sure how you're going to react to the oils, the bottom of the feet is always the first choice because the skin's usually thicker and you're not going to have as much of a reaction on your feet. Plus, if you don't like the smell, it's the farthest away from your nose, I always say. When in doubt, dilute. So doTERRA does make a fractionated coconut oil. That's one of the best carrier oils you can use. It's an all-natural carrier oil. It absorbs into your skin. It provides a good barrier. Here's one, Mommy. There's one. See, Xander said there's one. It's excellent for dry and troubled skin. It's not greasy. It's completely soluble with all the essential oils. It's colorless. It's odorless. It will not stain. What's cooking here to It will not stain or go rancid. So this is a great oil to use because if you're making like a scrub or a roller ball and you use something else like an olive oil as a carrier oil, it can go rank. It can go bad. So coconut oil is one of the best ones. It's really good to use a carrier oil for a bunch of reasons. One, again, we said we want to dilute the hot oils. Oregano, cinnamon, clove, thyme, and cassia are some examples of that. Also, what I've learned is the carrier oils are bigger molecules, and sometimes you'll have some more volatile oils like jasmine that if you put directly on your skin, let me pull him up here since you hear him. If you put it directly on your skin, it will just evaporate off. So if you put a carrier oil on there like coconut, it will actually help absorb past your first layer of your skin and down into your dermis. So it's really good to use carrier oil for various reasons. Plus, some people like to make it feel like they can spread their essential oil further. It just helps to give you more spreading when you're putting your oils on. So why plants? Why are we using plants for medicinal purposes? Well, in a plant, the essential oils perform many functions. They regulate the plant's growth. They regulate plant metabolism. They function as the plant's enzymes, build the plant's immune system. So the oils do this in the plants, so they're going to help. They're going to have a therapeutic benefit for our bodies as well. So plants are really nature's gift to us for medicinal purposes. When a plant is cut, it produces an oleogum resin, which initiates the healing in the plant. So the oleogum resin is the action that comes out in the form of the volatile oil, gum or resin. So that's basically your essential oil. That's the essential oil when they cut the plant, and you're going to get that oil from different parts of the plant, which we'll learn here shortly. Another thing that you want to know is essential oils are smart. They are absorbed into the skin and body systems very quickly. You've probably heard us say before, you put an oil on your skin, it's absorbed in 30 minutes. Or I'm sorry, I have a distraction here. It's absorbed in 30 seconds. And in 30 minutes, it's in every cell of your body. So they work very quickly. They promote proper cell defense. They can be on the outside and the inside the cell. You know, a lot of times, if you have a virus, the doctor will say, you go to the doctor, he says it's a virus, you're going to have to wait it out. Well, these oils will get into the cell. So like cinnamon, one of the hot oils, will get in there and help to get rid of that virus. It'll help to kill that virus much more quickly than just letting it go on its own. And some of the oils will ward off environmental seasonal threats. So, you know, the lemon, lavender, peppermint combo is really good for allergies. It's getting into bee flu season. I've had a couple sick kids this week. So oregano is good for infection. We've been diffusing On Guard, the immune blend. So that's got clove, which is really good, cinnamon, thyme, all those things. So it's really good to ward off the threats. And some of the oils also promote healthy circulation and enhance your mood. A lot of them do. The hot oils do, that's one of the things they do, is promote healthy circulation. And I use oils all the time for mood management. Diffusing them is the best way to affect your mood. You can also put them on you somewhere where you can smell them, like your pulse point or your chest. There's some aromatherapy jewelry that you can get. That way the smell is close to you in the necklace or the bracelet. Essential oils are smart as well, because if you're using essential oils on your body to treat, let's say, you're using oils to try to bring down your high blood pressure issue. Well, you can use those oils and along with good diet, exercise, all those kind of things. Let's say you bring down your blood pressure. Well, if you continue to use that same oil, it's not going to plummet your blood pressure. Instead, once that issue is resolved in your body, the oils will actually go to a different area and help with that spot. So lemongrass is a good oil for high blood pressure, and it's also good for inflammation. So your blood pressure is good, then your body's going to say, I'm going to take that lemongrass and I'm going to help with this fluid retention in your ankle, or this inflammation in your back, or the arthritis in your joints. So essential oils are very smart. They will heal what needs to be healed, and then once that area is resolved, it will move on to another area that needs that oil. We're going to look a little closer at the plants here. So when you look at a plant, you've got a bunch of parts of the plant. You've got the flower of the plant, the citrus and the berry part of the plant, the leaves, the twigs, the bark and the roots, the resin, which is going to be inside the bark, and then the seeds that you would have in the ground, and then the roots. I think when I said bark, and I meant to say bark and wood. So you get the flowers, the citrus and berries, the leaves, the twigs, the bark and wood, resin, seeds, and roots. There's a whole lot more that goes into the science part that we'll talk about in class 8, the last class. So I'm not going to get too in-depth with the science today. We're just kind of giving you an overview of how this works. So essential oils are from different areas of the plants. And what you can take away from this is like the citrus and the berry oils. If you find one of these oils in this category, they're all going to have the same similar properties. So bergamot, which I have right here, is a citrus oil. So is grapefruit, lemon, lime, wild orange, black pepper, and juniper berry. So those are your citrus and your berry oils. And if you take those oils, they all have the same property there. You can use them for cleaning, strengthening the body, invigorating, they're refreshing, they're uplifting, they're energizing, they're embracing. So let's say you want to be invigorated and you heard bergamot's a really good oil for invigoration. If you don't have bergamot, you could use grapefruit or you could use wild orange. So you can use other oils within that family to get the same benefit. So everybody is different. Everybody's body is different, and everybody's going to react differently. So some people might really, really, really like lemon, and another person might really, really, really get good results from juniper berry. So it just depends on your body and how you react to the oils. Bergamot, like I said, we're going to focus on one oil from each of the families. This is one of the citrus oils. I just happen to have this one with me. And you can diffuse this for a sense of self-confidence. It's cooling. It's soothing aroma. Does smell really good. You can apply it to the skin when showering and inhale deeply to experience the calming aroma. The one thing you want to know with the citrus oils is it's getting into fall and winter right now, so you don't have to worry about it. But in the summer, especially with bergamot, this is one of the more sensitive ones to the sun. If you apply this onto your skin, you do not want to go in the sun for like 72 hours with this one. So if you put it in your water, that's fine. You put some citrus oil in your water, that's fine. But putting it topically on your skin, you want to be real careful if you put this on your skin and get in the sun. Especially, of course, use common sense if you get in a tanning bed or something like that. So it's winter time. Like I said, it's getting into fall, winter. I wish the sun was out today. It's cloudy. So right now you're not going to have as much of an issue, but just be aware that the citrus oils, you want to be careful with the sun. Most of the time they say 12 hours. Bergamot's an exception. So we're going to go on to the flower oils. So your flower oils are things like clary sage, clove, helichrysum, jasmine, lavender, melissa, Roman chamomile, rose, rosemary, and ylang ylang. All the flower oils tend to have a very light, they're very light oils. They give you energy. They can help with focus. They can, they have a very delicate, airy, kind of fresh smell. They can help you feel lifted, sparkling, radiant. These are some of the adjectives you can use with the flower oils. A lot of the flower oils can be very volatile too. So jasmine, let's say, they actually have to harvest the jasmine flower in the middle of the night. They go out about 2 or 3 in the morning and they are done by 8 a.m. because as soon as the sun hits those flowers, the essential oil evaporates right off the flower. So they're really volatile, which is another good reason why you want to use something, a carrier oil like coconut. And in fact, these are really best, the jasmine and the rose and the neroli in the roller balls, which that's how doTERRA makes them, because they've got the fractionated coconut oil in there. So when you put that on your skin, the heavier, the bigger coconut oil molecules will go deeper into your skin and they'll carry the jasmine and the rose and the neroli down there so they don't just evaporate right off your skin. Helichrysum is the flower oil that we're going to focus on right here. And I got that drink, Mommy. Thanks, Sandra. I'll get it for you in a minute. With the helichrysum, you can apply it neat. You can use it aromatically, topically, internally. Helichrysum is great for your skin. It's one of those things that if you have a cut, you put helichrysum on there, it'll stop that bleeding instantly. It's really good for scar tissue and just bone issues, surgeries, that kind of thing. Helichrysum is a great oil to have around. Helps with muscle issues, that kind of thing. It can help promote a healthy metabolism. Like I said, it's another real good one for your skin. Here's Xander again. Here are some of our leaf oils, Xander. So we got basil, cilantro, eucalyptus, geranium, lemongrass, marjoram, melaleuca, oregano, patchouli, spearmint, peppermint, thyme, and wintergreen. And all these leaf oils, I know, they can promote clarity. They're pure, they're uplifting, and they're fresh. So, and you can actually use one plant and get several different oils from it. So I've mentioned this before, but the bitter orange tree, they actually get petitgrain from the leaf of the plant, and they get neroli from the flower of the plant. So, and you could get the bitter orange oil really from the rind of the fruit, but doTERRA doesn't have that as an option. So you can use one plant and get many oils from the one plant. Marjoram is the plant oil we're going to focus on here. It's really good for pain. I used this in the pain study that I did a few months ago. It's going to have a very calming property. It's going to have a positive effect on the nervous system. So that's why it's really good for pain management. You can add it to your massage blend or for targeting tired or stressed muscles. It can help with a healthy immune function, and it may help also your cardiovascular system function. So, and this can be applied neat too, and you can use it all three ways: aromatically, topically, and internally. There are just two twig oils, cypress and white fir. White fir is actually one of the oils too that has been discontinued, and Siberian fir has been put in its place. But when I had made this, white fir is still around. So the twig oils are very strengthening, clear, energizing, and active oils. White fir, and like I said, I would just kind of substitute Siberian fir for the things that white fir can do, because it can do a lot of things white fir can do, but better. It's really good. I use the fir, the Siberian fir, or I used to use the white fir on my massage clients all the time. It's real good for inflammation and soothing achy muscles and joints. It's good for arthritis. It helps to reduce stress. It's going to evoke feelings of stability, energy, and empowerment. And in general, this one, since it's getting into the holiday season, smells heavenly. This one smells most like a Christmas tree to me. So you can also use this when you're making, if you're making some things for Christmas. Put it on some ornaments to put on your tree. If you have a fake tree, it's going to smell like a real one. You got bark and wood oils. So these are oils like arbor vitae, birch, cassia, cedarwood, cinnamon, and sandalwood. All these oils are warm, they're balancing, they're inspiring, they're exotic oils. Sandalwood, we're going to focus on the Indian sandalwood. There's also a Hawaiian sandalwood. Oil is going to be good for healthy, smooth skin. It's going to help. I like to use sandalwood with the joints. It's going to help with cartilage damage. It's going to help enhance your mood. So sandalwood's very calming. If you want to diffuse it, it can be very calming. It's got a real woody, dry, sweet scent. It's used in meditation because it does have a grounding effect, an uplifting effect. You can apply 1 to 2 drops to your hair to give moisture back to your hair and give your hair a healthy shine. It's a real good one, like I said, for the joints and the skin, cartilage, that type of thing. Rhizome and root oils, those are going to be your ginger and your vetiver. And the other thing you can think about with the plants too is if you think of the root of the plant, it's grounding. These oils are going to be very grounding, like they are to the plant, those parts of the plant. So they're balancing. Vetiver is a very grounding, balancing oil. It's very good for anxiety. They're stabilizing. They're going to give you strength. They're going to be very earthy, centering, self-confidence. It's going to give you courage and depth. So just think of that part of the plant. You can think, when you think about the root and the rhizome, it's easier to think about that because that's what those parts of the plant do. They ground the plant. They give it stability. They give it strength. They are centering for that plant. Vetiver is one of my favorites. The smell has grown on me. It's not the best smell, but it's okay. It's got a sweet, woody, it's kind of a smoky smell. It's very good for calming a racing mind. It's very good for anxiety, for focus. If you've got some issues with ADD, ADHD, that kind of thing, you can use it for a calming, grounding effect on your emotions. Like I said, before traveling, if you get stressed out traveling, you can use it. It's very good for your immune support too. You should dilute it if you're going to use it on younger kids and babies. You have sensitive skin. But vetiver is also one of the thicker oils. It's the thickest oil that doTERRA has. So when you use it, you always want to use your oil. If you're not sure of this, you always want to pour it at like a 45-degree angle. This way it's not going to be good because you have to actually let air get into the bottle. And when you pour it 45 degrees, you just have to wait a while. And the oil's going to come out, and that's almost going to get sucked back in. But be patient. It's worth it. But I use vetiver a lot on my feet at night to calm me. Some people put it on the back of their neck to focus during the day. There's lots of uses for vetiver. Check your reference book. They'll tell you some more. Resin oils. So frankincense and myrrh are the resin oils. So these oils actually come when they harvest the plant, they come in and chip away at the bark, and it's going to be found right behind the bark, this frankincense and myrrh. They're going to be very good for a healthy inflammatory response, healthy immune system, skin, to calm your emotion. I'm sure you may have heard or you may have not heard that frankincense, we always say when in doubt, use frankincense. It's going to support every body system that you have. It's going to be good for everything. So frankincense is a great oil even to use, you know, some other oils and then end it with frankincense, it kind of supercharges your oil, makes it that much more effective. So frankincense is great. Myrrh is really good for your skin. It's also real good for congestion. There's myrrh right here. So myrrh's really, really, really good for the skin. If you got any kind of skin issues going on, it can be very helpful for the skin. It's got a powerful cleansing property, especially for the mouth and the throat. It's good for balance and well-being. Like I said, sometimes I'll take myrrh and put it on my sinuses with lime or melaleuca or all three of them to help kind of dry up and clear up the sinuses when there's some issues there. So lots of things you can do with myrrh. Then you have the seed oils, cardamom, coriander, and fennel. These help support healthy liver function, reproductive system, hormone support, and digestive support. So again, you're looking to support your hormones, find an oil in this family, and those oils can help support your hormones. Not that others can't as well, but you get the idea. You find, okay, I need some digestive support. Any oil in here is going to help with digestion. I don't have fennel, I'm going to try coriander. I don't have coriander, I'm going to try cardamom. So fennel we'll look at more in depth. That's going to be kind of like a licoricey sweet smell. You can use this aromatically, topically, internally. You might want to dilute it if you have sensitive skin or if you've got young kids or babies. Fennel is really good for digestion, healthy digestion. That's one of the oils in the Digestin blend. It's going to help promote healthy metabolic liver function, circulation. It's going to help with your lungs and your respiratory tract. It's just going to have a calm, soothing effect. So fennel is going to be real good for a lot of those things too. Then at the end of every one of these classes, we're going to just mention to you that, you know, when you are a member of doTERRA, you don't have to order every month. You can just be a wholesale customer and order when you need them. But there is an option that you can join at any time, and you can actually back out at any time, which is their loyalty rewards program. Their loyalty rewards program, people will join this sometimes because you get points back. You can earn free products this way. So in the first, second, and third month, you get 10% back on your order. From the 4th, 5th, and 6th month, you get 15. Once you're a member for 7 to 9 months, you get 20, 10 to 12, 25. And then after a year, if you stay in the loyalty rewards program with doTERRA, after a year, every time you order, you get 30% back on your products. That means, it's loud in here. If I order $100 worth of product this month, next month I'll have $30 or 30 points in my cart with doTERRA to spend. So it's like $30 to spend on products. They also give you your shipping back. So it's a really good way to earn free stuff. Even if you're only ordering one product a month, you can accumulate those points and you can save them up to get some of the more expensive products that doTERRA has, because most of their products are going to be, the oils especially, are going to be within the $10 to $30 range. But there are some that are going to be, a handful that are going to be pretty expensive. So you can save up your points like this and use those points to get those more expensive products. It's a really good program. It's very easy to join. You don't have to pay any extra. When you stop, you can cancel. It's very easy. You just want to make sure before you stop, if you do stop the program, that you spend all the points that you have, because they'll go away once you get out of the program. But it's just a really nice program they have, and it's really saved me a ton of money. I've got a lot of free stuff with this program. And when you're on the Loyalty Rewards program, you're also eligible to get their free product of the month. And that means if you place your order before the 15th and you spend at least 125 product points, which usually oils are dollar for dollar. Sometimes the supplements aren't exactly dollar for dollar, but you get 125 product points, you're going to get their free product. This month, their free product is clove. So I get a free clove this month. So it's just a real good way to get some free stuff. There are people like me that are really crazy into the oils and are sharing a lot, having classes like I am. There are also people that are just sharing a little bit with their friends and family, because you find out that when you start using these oils, you want to use them on other people to help them out, to give them another natural option to help with some of their health issues. So when you do that, you can also earn money with doTERRA. You don't have to pay any extra to do doTERRA as a business, to share doTERRA. It just comes naturally. The only difference between being just a regular wellness customer with doTERRA and being a wellness advocate, which is where you can actually start making money, is doTERRA has your social security number, so they use it for tax purposes. Otherwise, there's no difference. I paid the same amount of money to join. I bought an enrollment kit just like everybody else, and I just started sharing. So when you do this, I just wanted to briefly touch on this. We'll talk about business stuff in depth when we do some business trainings, but just so you know, when you do this, you can get paid a couple different ways. You can get a fast start bonus. So when you enroll somebody, you get 20% of everything they order for the first 60 days. If they happen to enroll somebody, you'll get 10% of the person they enrolled. If they enrolled somebody, you'll get 5% of the person that person enrolled. So you can earn quick money right off the bat from enrolling somebody. And then they also have a way that you can earn bonuses with your team. So if I'm ordering, let's say $100, 100 PV that month, and I have 3 people underneath me, and they're all ordering at least 100 PV, and they're in the Loyalty Rewards program, there's a little catch here. You have to, your total between your team has to be 600. So someone's got to be ordering a little bit more than 100. If you reach that as a goal, then doTERRA sends you $50 that month. If you replicate that, and the person underneath you shares with 3 people, and they all spend at least $100, some spend a little bit more, so the grand total is 600 in team volume, and then everybody does it underneath you, your second line, then you'll earn $250 a month. And then if you replicate that again, you just go further down and you teach the people what you did. They get 3 people. They all are ordering at least $100, maybe a little bit more a month. Then you get a bonus of $1,500 that month. So there's team bonuses you can earn with doTERRA. There's the fast start bonus, and then every month you get paid unilevel. So doTERRA did something different here where they flipped it around. So on your first level, you're getting 2%. But as you go down, you're actually earning more percentage. So on your 7th level, you're earning 7% of that person's order every time they order. What that means is doTERRA really wants to encourage you to help others and to share with others. So they don't want you to be greedy and keep everybody on your top line. So as you share with people, and what I do is as I share with people, I put people underneath other people. So oftentimes you can be on my team and just be really into the oils and not really into the business. But if you're ordering every month and you're on the Loyalty Rewards program, you're spending $100, and I put people underneath you, you'll get a check, a small check for some amount of money. So some people can earn enough money sharing the oils to just pay for the oils every month. Some people can earn a really great amount of money. They can supplement their income. Some people will replace it. So you see down there, the silver range, this is based on their average earnings in 2014. So we're almost 4 years out. Somebody who's a silver earns an average of $2,125 a month. A gold member earns $4,600 a month. A diamond can earn up to $16,000 a month. A blue diamond, $36,500 a month. And somebody who is at the presidential diamond level earns $106,800 a month. So there's potential, like I said, to just earn a little bit of cash to help pay for your oils. But there's also some great potential to really make a lot of money and to supplement your income or replace your income and give you a lot of freedom out there. So we'll talk more about the business thing. Like I said, when we have business trainings, if you have questions on that, you're always free to reach out and talk to me, and I can explain more to you on that. That's all we have for our first continuing education class today. And next Friday, we'll talk about the daily vitality. So hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you actually got to the end here and watched this whole video, because it can take a while. But this is a great way to learn and not have to leave your house if you got stuff going on, you can't get to the class. So we'll see you next Friday here online, and thanks for joining us. All right. Bye.